Hello, my name is Byahsleynguyen. Welcome to my channel. Let's learn mathematics with me today.
Hello everyone, welcome back with my channel. In the video today, we're gonna learn about percentage, ratio, and rate. They will give you the basic understanding and skill to learning financial arithmetic. Percentage are fraction of 100. The percentage of a given value is calculated by multiplying it by the percentage expressed as a fraction or decimal. In the other way, to find the percentage of a fraction or decimal, we multiply that number by 100. Let's do the following example. A teacher finds that 12% of students in their class obtain an A+ for a test. To get an A+, students need to score at least 28 marks. If there were 25 students in the class, the test was out of 32 marks. A. Calculate the minimum percent needed to obtain an A, as we know that we need to score at least 28 marks over 32 marks to get an 8. So, the first quantity over the second quantity. Multiply by 100, which means that 28 over 32 multiplied by 100. Simplify the fraction first. It would equal 7 over 8 times 100. Using the calculation, you can see that it's equal to 87.5%. So whenever doing mathematics, it's important to interpret your answer. In here, we can say that students have to obtain a minimum of 87.5% to receive an A+. Let's do question B. Determine how many students receive an A+. How many students received an A+. We notice there were 25 students in the class and only 12% of them obtained an A+, which means that we need to find 12% of 25 students. We need to take the percentage, divide by 100. You will have the fraction or the decimal, multiply by the total number of students. Is equal to 3 students. As I said before, it is really important to interpret your answer. In here, we can say that there are 3 students obtain an A+ in this class. Let's move to the next part of the video today. Ratio. Ratio compare to or more quantity and in their simplest form when all parts are expressed using whole number and the highest common factor of all the number is 1. A simplified ratio is equivalent to the original ratio. So, the simplified ratio must be right in whole number, and the highest common factor between those numbers must be 1. Firstly, simplify the following ratio by first determining the highest common factor. Highest common factor HCF. A. 14 to 6. Consider the factor of a quantity, and you can see that both 14 and 6 can divide by 2. Firstly, I will divide by 2 first. So it's become 7 to 3. And I can see that the highest common factor between 7 and 3 is 1 for now. So that is the simplest form of this ratio. Question B. 1.5 to 2 to 3.5, because they are not expressed in the whole number. So to work with the whole number, first I multiply all the quantity by 10. The new ratio becomes 1.5 times 10 equals 15 to 20 to 35. It's important to know that this ratio is equivalent to a original ratio. And now, I can see that all of these numbers are divided by 5. I will divide all the number by 5 first and see. 15 divided by 5 equals 3, 2, 4, 2, 7. Now between 3, 4, and 7, the highest common factor equal to 1. So this is the simplest form of the original ratio. What about ratio of a given quantity? Let's do the following example. Carlos, Maggie, and Gary purchased a winning lottery. However, they did not each contribute to the ticket in equal amount. They not contribute in equal amount. Carlos paid $6. Maggie paid $10 and Gary paid $4. They all agreed to divide the $845 winnings according to their contribution. A. Express the purchase contribution as a ratio in the simplest form. So firstly, we write the purchase contribution based on the amount of money that they have paid. So Carlos, Maggie, and Gary. So Carlos paid $6 whenever Maggie paid $10 and Gary paid $4. And I can realize that the highest common factor now equal to 2. So I will divide 6, 10, and 4 by 2. The new ratio could be 3, 5, and 2. This is the simplest form of the ratio. So we finish A, we express the purchase contribution as a ratio in the simplest form. We finish that. Let's move to question B. Determine the winning expression in entire 2. So, firstly, to find the ratio of a given quantity, we following these steps. Step number 1, find the simplest form of ratio. We done this one. Is it 3 to 5 to 2? Step 2, add the ratio parts. 3 plus 5 plus 2 equal to 10. Now step 3, find the ratio in one part. Find the amount of winning in one part. So we would divide $845 into 10 parts equal to $84.5 each part. And question 3. Find the amount of each person contribution. Let's start with colors. The ratio is 3 to 5 to 2. So color had 3 parts. It would be $84.5 times 3 equal to $253.50. Next, it was about Maggie. Maggie had 5 parts, so it would be 84.5 times 5 equal to $422.50. And last one, Gary, he had 2 parts equal to $169. So now we have the amount of money that each person have. In working with ratio, it's important to follow the procedure. However, you can work it in the shortest way. So whenever you have the simplest form of contribution, or you have the simplest form of ratio, indicate it is 3 to 5 to 2. And you know that Carlot, Maggie, and Gary, the amount of money that Carlot have will equal the total amount over 3 plus 5 plus 2 times by 3, because he have 3 parts in here. The same, Maggie will equal to $845 divided by the total of ratio times by 5, because Maggie had 5 parts, and Gary, the same thing, he had 2 parts times 2. So working with the ratio, you can choose the work method that you prefer. However, if you do a short answer question, I suppose you to do the way that you show your working out in a neat and logical way. And one more thing that you need to pay attention, that whenever working with money or in financial arithmetic, for money, I always correct to 2 decimal places, which means that we correct to the nearest cent. And let's move to the last part of the lesson today, rate. Rates are usually expressed in terms of how much the first quantity changes with 1 unit of change in the second quantity. For example, we have our speeding or kilometer per hour, or meter per second, or cost and charge in dollar per hour, like pay rate or electricity usage, so kilowatt per hour. So let's do the following example. Calculate the rate in kilometer per hour at which you are moving if you are on a bus that travels 11.5 kilometers in 12 minutes. Firstly, we have 2 quantity is 11.5 kilometer and 12 minutes. However, we see that the question asks us to calculate the rate in hour. Firstly, it's important to change 12 minutes into hour. So first quantity divide the second quantity. 12 minutes over 60 minutes in 1 hour. It would equal 1 over 5 or 0.2 hour. Now, to calculate the rate, we write the rate as fraction and express in terms of 1 unit of the second value, which means that 11.5 kilometer over 0.2 hour. Using the calculator, you will have it's equal to 57.5 kilometer per hour. So interpreting your answer, you are traveling at 67.5 kilometer per hour. And it's about the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.